This is a CPL and variable ND filter in one from Haida. This is a really sleek 2-in-1 lens filter that's really going to help your images shine when you're filming with your mirrorless cameras and whatever lens you're using. This particular model comes in the 82mm variation. I do love the red accents on the side, but let's see what the lens filter can do. So over here I do have the Sony FX3 with a 16 to 35mm G Master lens on it. And ideally what I want to do is I want to expose for the background, and I want to be able to keep the aperture at 2.8 so it can be as shallow as possible. But by keeping it at 2.8, the camera is going to be letting in so much light that the image is going to be blown out. So what's great about this particular filter and variable filters in general, ND filters, is that it allows you to cut down on the amount of light hitting the lens, allowing you to keep the aperture and the ISO that you want. So you don't have to sacrifice the image because of how beautiful and bright it is outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the image looks like with the settings that I currently have on the FX3, which are the settings that I want, and then we're going to add on the filter and you'll be able to see how it changes how the image looks for the better. And then we'll end it off by adding in some light as well to really make the subject and the talent pop. All right, so we are going to screw this on to the front of the lens. But before I do that, yes, let me show you what it looks like first. So I'm going to turn on the FX3. So as you can see, we are at ISO 200, f2.8, 1/48, 4K, 24 frames per second. That is the settings I want. I want to shoot at 2.8. But as you can see, it is blown out. Nothing is usable. So now if you come over here, I am going to twist on this filter. Hopefully I'm twisting it the right way. There we go. Great, filter is on there, and there's this little tab on the side of the lens filter that you can use to rotate it. That's really cool, that's really neat. So we are going to open up the ND and get it to where we want to. So we're gonna expose for the background. Okay, this looks really good. I like that I can see the blues in the sky, and so I'm digging this setup. So immediately, the lens filter, the variable ND, was able to help me cut down on the amount of light in and for me to get the background exposure that I want. Now, when I come into frame, I'm not as bright as I want to be. So now I have to light myself so that I'm not as dark. So we're gonna turn on this light here. The light that I am using is this GVM light. This is a 300-watt light. This is the SD300B RO. I have it on a light stand, and I also have it on a dolly, and I have an EcoFlow. So this allows me to, I can unlock the legs and I can move it around and drag it places without having to carry it, which is great. And then to power it, I have the EcoFlow, which can support this 300-watt light. I can plug it in on the AC on the side. So this combined is, helping me achieve the vision that I want. I do have someone who's behind the camera. Ramon, if you could just make sure that I'm roughly in focus and roughly good in the frame, that'll be good. All right, so this is what I look like on the Sony FX3 16 to 35 G Master lens with the Haida CPL and variable ND filter in one, with the GVM 300-watt light on me in daylight. In the city, it's roughly roughly 6 p.m. On a weekday, so it is really bright. We are in June, so this is what it looks like. And Ramon, if you wouldn't mind just kind of moving this filter back and forth side to side, just so that they can see, at least in post when I do cut to this, how it affects and changes what you see. So kind of let in too much light, and then let's just close it down to a spot that feels good. And so what's great about having the little notch stick out is that you don't have to fight for it. You can kind of just find it and rotate it as you see fit. And it does come with a lens cap that specifically covers this lens, so that's really nice as well. So I'm glad they included that. But yeah, this is the setup. If you are shooting outdoors at all, I recommend that you pick up a variable ND filter. This one from Haida, you can come take a look at how it looks on the lens. It's really good. I've really been liking it, and I've been using it a lot, and I love the look at it. It matches the G. Not just the G on the G master. We're gangster, we're gangster. So make sure you have a variable ND filter in your kit. Make sure you have a CPL filter in your kit. And if you want them both in one, get this lens filter in your kit. I am the chef gal, and you just got the recipe.